Good morning to all of you. Mm, Fine, fine, completely fine. Okay. So, in last class, we have started discussion about Indian National Congress, right? Basic details or informations we have already discussed. Now, in last class, I have told you that there were two groups, right? One group was the moderate group, and the second group was the extremist group. Now, we also understand the basic difference between moderate group and extremist group. Differences in outlook, approach, all these basic details and informations we are familiar with. In last class, I have also discussed with you that in the first phase of Indian National Congress, that was from 1885, Indian National Movement, first phase of Indian National Movement, sorry, okay, that was extended for about a period of 20 years. Okay, here in this phase, Indian National Congress, this political party was dominated by moderates. Is it clear? It means moderates were basically designing, okay, the programs of INC in this phase, and they believe in 3P method. Okay, they believe in the outlook that British will ultimately bring reforms in India. Okay, it means to some extent they believe that British rule in India is for the betterment of the Indians. So initially we have to take advantage from this British rule. But within these 20 years, the moderates raised a lot of demands, right? They raised a lot of demands. There were many political demands, administrative demands, okay, military demands, economic demands. I have not discussed these demands now, okay? I will discuss that demands also. So they raised a lot of demands, and finally, the demands were not realized completely, okay? The demands were not realized completely. The British government was not very much sensitive towards the demands made by Indian National Congress, and that's why the, you can say that, achievement was less or meager. Achievement was few or less in comparison to the demands. So dissatisfaction will be promoted. Clear? So the group of early nationalists, some early nationalists, out of these early nationalists will become dissatisfied by the British insensitive outlook to their demands. Okay, and now they will start making more radical demands. So when moderates will dissatisfy, become what? Extremist. When moderates will start, ऐसा नहीं है कि all the leaders, extremist leaders were extremists from the beginning of their career. ऐसा नहीं था, right? Previously, they also believed in the constitutional means, but when your demands will not be catered properly, what will happen? You will become more radical. The same happened. Okay, moderates became radical, and that's what that we say that that's extremist group, right? That is extremism. Now, criticism by extremists. This also we have discussed that how extremists were criticizing moderate strategy. Okay. Now, up in this critical outlook, I have discussed a lot of points with you. So, in these critical outlooks, there is one point that is called safety wall theory. That is very important and that we need to understand. So, write this point, safety wall theory. Yes, please. अच्छा स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं है क्या? ओके ओके ओके. Is it shared now? Right? Safety valve theory. Okay. Safety valve theory. This is one of the theory that we need to discuss. Okay. Safety valve theory. Safety valve theory. Okay. So we need to discuss what is this safety valve theory. Okay. Safety valve theory. So this is, you can say that this theory is a kind of criticism, okay, made by extremists. Criticism made by extremists to moderates strategy. So this is a part of criticism that was done by extremist leaders to the strategy of the moderate leader. ये criticism का हिस्सा है that I have already discussed with you, right? And who gave this theory? So the answer is Lala Lajpat Rai. Lala Lajpat Rai. This is an important fact. In the year 1916, in the paper The name of this paper is Young India. Young India. He gave this theory, safety valve theory. And we all know that Lal, Bal, Pal. Okay? These three names. One is Lal, second is Bal, and the third is Pal. Okay? Lal, Bal, Pal. Plus, there is one another name, that is Aurobindo Ghosh. ठीक है ना? Lal, Bal, Pal and Aurobindo Ghosh. They are the four most important names. So these are extremist leaders. Always remember the name of these leaders. They are the most popular extremist leaders. Lal, Bal, Pal and Aurobindo Ghosh. याद रहेगा लाल मीन्स लाला लाजपत राय, बाल मीन्स बाल गंगाधर तिलक, and Pal means Bipin Chandra Pal. Okay, and this is Aurobindo Ghosh. So Lala Lajpat Rai is what? An extremist leader. In 1960, he gave a theory, okay, in his paper, and the name of this paper is Young India. And according to this theory, what he is trying to do, he is basically criticizing Indian National Congress, strategy of Indian National Congress. And how he criticized, this is very interesting. Lala Lajpat Rai said that INC was formed in which year? 1885. ठीक है. First phase of Indian national movement. First phase कब आ रहा है? 1905 में. And Lala Lajpat Rai giving this theory in which year? 1916. 16 में Lala Lajpat Rai gave this theory ना? Now Lala Lajpat Rai said that, okay, after the formation of Indian National Congress, okay, अब यहाँ पे एक और डाटा, that is what? 1757 to 1858. This is also colonial rule phase. Colonial rule phase. Okay, so Lala Lajpat Rai indicated an important fact. And what is that fact? He said that between these 100 years of colonial rule, the number of peasant revolt, tribal revolt, right, etc., the number of revolts and rebellions against the colonial rule was very high. It was large in number. Okay, it's very simple. That between these 100 years, the number of revolts and rebellions against the British Raj was continuously increasing. Okay, and you can say that one major revolt was seen in which year? One major revolt was seen in 1857. 1857 is it? Major revolt was seen. And after 1857 से लेकर, this is 1885 ना? So he said that between this period also we see, okay, a large number of revolts and rebellions against British Raj. Here also we see number of revolts and rebellions against the British Raj. 1857 तक तो था ही था. 1857 was a massive expression. सबसे बड़ा expression था किसी भी तरह के revolt का. And here also we see large number of revolt and rebellion. Now Lala Lajpat Rai says that the number of such revolts and rebellions after 1885, okay, was reduced. Okay, ये क्या होने लगा? The number of revolts and rebellions now was decreasing or reduced. अचानक से revolts और rebellions की संख्या क्या होने लगी? कम होने लगी. After 1885. Clear? This is the concept. That till 1885 we see revolts and rebellions against the British Raj. The number is continuously growing. And after the formation of Indian National Congress, the number of revolts and rebellions against the British Raj, okay, it starts declining. So the idea is, was the formation of Indian National Congress a part of British conspiracy? क्या Indian National Congress का बनना British conspiracy का नतीजा था? This is the question. That is the formation of Indian National Congress a part of British conspiracy. क्या British conspiracy का नतीजा है? And what he says? The founder is A.O. Hume. Founder कौन है Indian National Congress का? A.O. Hume. So why Hume gets ready to support a pan-Indian political party? What is the reason? Hume क्यों राजी हो गया कि वो इंडिया के लिए एक pan-Indian national party या pan-Indian party चाहता है? This is the question. It means that Lala Lajpat Rai is saying that, okay, INC was basically providing what? A safe, mild, peaceful and constitutional outlet to the rising British content. Write this. Okay, read this. He raised question. He raised question behind the purpose of behind the purpose of purpose of okay uh, purpose of formation of INC. पहली चीज तो ये he raised question behind the purpose of formation of Indian National Congress. He raised question behind the purpose of formation of Indian National Congress. And write one more point. Okay, according to him, next point, according to him, INC was providing a safe, INC was providing a safe, mild, peaceful, and INC was providing a safe, mild, peaceful, and constitutional outlet. INC was providing a safe, mild, peaceful, and constitutional outlet for the rising discontent of Indian masses. For the rising discontent of Indian masses, right? INC was providing a safe, mild, peaceful, and constitutional outlook for the rising discontent of Indian masses. Clear? It's very simple. अब इस बात को कैसे समझे? सेफ, माइल्ड, पीसफुल एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल आउटलुक, यानी कि लोगों के अंदर जो गुस्सा आ रहा था, लोग क्या कर रहे थे? रिवोल्ट करने की जगह अपनी जो शिकायत थी वो किसके पास भेजते थे? आईएनसी के पास. एंड आईएनसी विल प्रॉमिस कि आपको घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम ब्रिटिश अथॉरिटीज से बात करेंगे और आपकी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर देंगे. मेरी बात समझ गया ना? तो इनका ये कहना है कि आईएनसी एग्जैक्टली वही काम कर रही है, राइट? कि लोगों के अंदर गुस्सा है, अगर उस इश्यू को प्रॉपरली एड्रेस नहीं किया गया तो वो किस में बदलेगा? रिवोल्ट एंड रिबेलियन. एंड व्हाट आईएनसी इज डूइंग? आईएनसी इज बेसिकली प्रोवाइडिंग अ सेफ, माइल्ड एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल आउटलुक. कहाँ कहीं पे भी डिसकंटेंट है तो उस ऑर्गेनाइज डिसकंटेंट को, इश्यूज को ऑर्गेनाइज प्लेटफॉर्म जो है दैट इज इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, वहां से उठाया जाएगा और इससे लोगों का गुस्सा धीरे धीरे शांत हो जाता था और रिवोल्ट और रिबेलियंस की संख्या क्या होती चली गई? कम होती चली गई. दिस इज अ वेरी बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट. नाउ व्हाई दिस थियरी इज कॉल्ड सेफ्टी वॉल्व थियरी? अगेन सेफ्टी वॉल्व थियरी कैसे कहते हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल लुक, दिस इज सपोज दिस इज अ प्रेशर कुकर. ये क्या है? प्रेशर कुकर. एंड देयर इज अ गैस बर्नर हियर. There is a gas burner here. Why it is called safety valve theory? There is a gas burner here, right? And in the pressure cooker, here we see what? A safety valve. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Safety valve होता है. And when you will put on this gas burner, what will happen? मान लो इसमें आप you are cooking pulses here. What will happen? Putting the gas burner on, ठीक है? इसके अंदर जो प्रेशर बनेगा, this pressure will be released. How? When the pressure will be formed inside this pressure cooker, so this safety valve will allow this extra pressure what to release. It will allow this extra pressure what? A safe passage or out. ठीक है, safe passage यही तो है. Mild and safe. Look here, mild, safe, peaceful outlet in the same way. यहाँ पे तो this gas burner is what? This is colonial rule. ये क्या है? कॉलोनियल रूल. इससे क्या हो रहा है? एक्सप्लॉयटेटिव कॉलोनियल पॉलिसीज. दिस इज व्हाट? एक्सप्लॉयटेटिव कॉलोनियल पॉलिसीज. कॉलोनियल रूल एंड एक्सप्लॉयटेटिव कॉलोनियल पॉलिसीज. तो बाय दिस एक्सप्लॉयटेटिव कॉलोनियल पॉलिसीज, द डिसकंटेंट ऑफ द पीपल, दिस इज व्हाट? दिस इज डिसकंटेंट ऑफ द पीपल, डिसकंटेंट ऑफ मासेस. प्रेशर कुकर के अंदर प्रेशर बनने का मतलब क्या है? ग्रोइंग डिसकंटेंट ऑफ द मासेस. ये मतलब हो गया ग्रोइंग डिसकंटेंट ऑफ द मासेस. अगर ये सेफ्टी वॉल्व नहीं होता तो प्रेशर कुकर ब्लास्ट करता. तो ब्लास्ट करने का मतलब क्या है? रिवोल्ट्स एंड रिबेलियंस. बट यहां क्या क्या कर रहा है? आईएनसी इज प्लेइंग द रोल ऑफ सेफ्टी वॉल्व. इसकी वजह से कुकर, प्रेशर कुकर ब्लास्ट नहीं कर रहा। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Blast means revolts and rebellions. Okay. So now the same concept previously we have discussed, that the formation of INC in 1885 is playing the role of a safety valve, and it is giving passage, safe passage, okay, to the discontent of the masses, and that's why the number of revolts and rebellions after 1885 has been reduced. The founder is A.O. Hume, and most importantly, during these 20 years, from 1885 to 1905, okay, achievement of Indian National Congress is very limited, very few. Okay, British government was not taking the demands raised by Indian Nation Congress very seriously. So this theory raises a doubt behind the formation of Indian Nation Congress. That was the formation of Indian Nation Congress a colonial propaganda? How Dufferin allowed A.O. Hume to be the founder of Indian Nation Congress? रिपन कब से कब था? 1882 to 1804. आपको पता है? What is the time for Ripon? I have already discussed with you. 82, 84. इसके बाद कौन आता है? Dufferin. And what is the time period of Dufferin? 1884 to 1888. तो ये भी एक प्रीलिम्स का क्वेश्चन हो सकता है कि when INC was formed, who was the viceroy of India? So what will be the answer? Lord Dufferin. So how Dufferin allowed A.O. Hume? कैसे allow किया? Might Dufferin and A.O. Hume have some consultations? इनके बीच में कुछ बातचीत हुई हो, शायद यही बातचीत हुई हो। ठीक है, कि आईएनसी बनाओ और लोगों का जो डिसकंटेंट है, ठीक है, उसको हम क्या करेंगे, अगर एड्रेस कर लेंगे तो रिवोल्ट और रिबेलियन नहीं होगा, बिकॉज दीज रिवोल्ट्स एंड रिबेलियंस okay were like challenges before the British rule. But the question is that this safety valve theory, do you agree with this safety valve theory? How many of you agree with this theory or not? Do you agree, yes or no? Do you agree with this safety valve theory? Do you also think that formation of Indian National Congress was a part of British conspiracy? देखो, it's a criticism and criticism are always welcome. ठीक है, हमारा नॉलेज ट्रेडिशन ही ऐसा है. एंड वाई दे आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग? बिकॉज वो भी देशभक्त है भाई, उन्हें लग रहा है कि हमारी कोशिशों का अच्छा परिणाम नहीं मिल पा रहा है. दैट्स वाई दे आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग. सो दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म. But the formation of Indian National Congress can better be justified by another theory. Okay, this theory cannot be justified. It is a part of criticism. लिख लो वहीं पे conclusion. This theory cannot be justified. Okay, it should be considered as a part of criticism. Criticism हमारी functioning को बेहतर बनाता है कि नहीं? Yes, right? So this theory cannot be justified. This should be considered as a part of criticism. This should be considered as a part of criticism. Okay. Instead, right? Instead, there is another theory which better explains. Instead, there is another theory which better explains. There is another theory which better explains the purpose, real purpose behind the formation of Indian National Congress. There is another theory which better explains the real purpose behind the formation of Indian National Congress. दूसरी theory which better explains the real purpose behind the formation of Indian National Congress, and this we need to understand. ये बात हमें समझने की जरूरत है. There is another theory, right? And what is that theory? तो देखो, that theory is called lightning conductor theory. Read this. That theory is called lightning conductor theory. Lightning conductor theory. This is another